We open their file. Some numbers feel like sentences. 28. That is how many years a footballing nation sat in the dark, watching the World Cup happen to everyone else. They built the talent. They never built the ending. Until a night in Boston, and a man who had spent his whole career being asked one quiet, cruel question. Minutia. One nation, one story, the fall before the triumph. This is Norway. Start with the wound. 1998. France. A young Norway side walks off after the last 16, and nobody in that dressing room knows they are saying goodbye for a generation. A generation of failed qualifiers. Playoff nights that ended in silence. A country that kept producing players the rest of Europe envied, and kept watching the tournament on television. Then came the boy from Brine, Erling Haaland, a striker built like a problem the sport had not solved yet. 57 international goals in 51 games. Records snapped like dry branches, and still the question followed him everywhere. When does it matter? Because for all the goals, Haaland had never played a World Cup, a phenomenon with no stage. Tonight, the stage came to him. Boston, Group 1. Iraq across from them, a side back at a World Cup for the first time since 1986, having fought through 867 days and 21 matches to arrive. Two nations carrying decades, one night to answer for them, 29 minutes. Antonio Nusa pulls the Iraqi defense apart. David Moller-Wolf overlaps, cuts it low across the 6-yard box. And Haaland stretches and steers it in. The first World Cup goal of his life. 28 years of waiting, released in a single touch. But this is not a fairy tale yet. 10 minutes later, Iraq remind everyone why they came. Amir Alamari floats it in. Ayman Hussein climbs and heads it past Nyland. 1-1. The exile flickers. The doubt returns. And then the great ones do what great ones do. A soft Iraqi back pass. Goalkeeper Jalal Hassan hesitates. His clearance smacks off Haaland and rolls in. 2-1, not pretty, not waiting for the perfect chance, feeding on your worst moment. Half-time. Norway lead. The country that had not been here in 28 years is 45 minutes from a statement. But here is what should worry the favourites. Because this was never one man. Watch the second half. Leo Ødegaard rises off the bench to meet a Martin Odegaard corner and nods in the third on 76 minutes. The captain conducting, the squad scoring without their talisman even touching it. And deep into stoppage time, a fourth, Haaland's looping header drifting in. 4-1. This is the part the rest of the tournament should sit with. Norway did not sneak through qualifying. They tore it apart, twice thrashing Italy on the way. Haaland leading the line, Ødegaard behind him, and on the touchline, Ståle Solbakken, a man who was in that 1998 squad, who beat Brazil and then watched his country vanish for a generation. The man who lived the fall, standing for the return. You could not script the symmetry. So is this redemption? No, not yet. One group game is not a story finished. It is a file reopened. Haaland has one tournament night, not a legacy. Norway have 3 points, not a knockout run. Senegal are next, in New Jersey, and they will not gift-wrap mistakes. But for one night in Boston, a nation that waited 28 years finally answered the only question that ever mattered. When does it matter, Erling? It matters now. The fall came first. The triumph is still being written. And the file stays open. If this hit, like it, share it with one football friend and subscribe. A new file opens tomorrow. The files never close.